It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hi, we're here at Cox Floral Expressions, and I'm here with Betty, and she's going to help us put together a dozen roses for a Valentine. So could you tell us the best way to get started on this?
There's lots of different rose arrangements out there now, contemporary ones which are low and compact, but today we're going to do a traditional one in a standard tall vase. I've gone ahead and done my basic greenery in it. You need to do something basic just to stabilize the roses so they don't flop around.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I've gone ahead and done that, and then you know, we always take a little leaf shine and shine them up a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And that,
look at that.
Makes them a little showy.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
usually,
this already looks beautiful to me.
well, we do a couple different kinds of greenery.
Okay.
I'm going to put some tall stuff in the top. This is myrtle.
Oh, that's beautiful too.
Yeah. And that gives us a little height and a little background for our roses.
All right.
And there's lots of different eucalyptus out now. There's seeded eucalyptus and gunny eucalyptus. Today I'm going to be using a fingernail eucalyptus.
Okay.
It's really nice to do different greenery in it. It gives you a lot of texture, and it gives a little flow to the arrangement.
That makes sense.
We always clean off the bottom of the stems. You really don't want all that debris hanging down in the bottom of your vase.
All right, getting down in that water down there.
It'll create bacteria, and then your flowers won't last as long.
Oh, that's a good tip.
It's always good to, every couple days, to change your water. So we're going to start out like that.
Look at that.
And then we also have a little bit of seeded eucalyptus, but I'm going to add this last because
Oh,
I want all the little seeds, the berries, to show up.
Oh, perfect. Okay, well, we'll be back with our next step. Take a look at this story, and we'll see you soon.
I'm Anissa Sakilite, and this is Fashion Friday. We're here in Greenville, North Carolina, but in a few moments we're taking a trip to Costa Rica, through jewelry and design, that is. Maleku Jewelry's owner is sharing with us some elements from her culture that inspired this business. Let's go. Born and raised in beautiful Costa Rica, Ileana was inspired by her tribe and the colors of the rainforest with her jewelry making.
Yes, it has been a journey of 14 years. It's gonna be 15 years in this coming March.
But being a jewelry designer wasn't always a part of her plan.
I was a teacher, high school teacher for 25 years, also college teacher and instructor, and never thought that I was gonna make it to be a fashion designer for jewelry, you know, making.
After moving to the U.S. years ago as a teacher, she knew she wanted to be able to help her people. She started taking jewelry making and design classes, mastering techniques with silver and gold.
With part of the proceeds that we get every year from Maleku Jewelry and Studio, we help the Maleku tribe in Costa Rica. So the first time we put running waters through one of the villages and see that happening and coming, you know, to life. Of course, it takes a lot of work.
And to this day, she's determined to keep growing in her field.
I have not stopped studying. I mean, every year I make sure that I take 2 or 3 different classes, and that's me, the eternal student in me.
After studying and mastering her craft, she developed her first collection, and things really took off from there.
Which is the name of my line of jewelry, Maleku. Maleku means Indian in love, and is an indigenous tribe in the northern part of Costa Rica, my native country.
Tune in next Friday to learn how her work led her to Miami Fashion Week, the Oscars, the Latin Grammys, and many other A-list events.
WNCT.com, your one stop for local news and weather from across the East. Visit WNCT.com for details not in the newscast.
We're back here at Cox Floral Expressions, and Betty's helping us put together a floral arrangement, a rose with roses for Valentine's Day. So what's our next step?
So lots of times there'll be a couple petals, 2 to 4 petals that will cover the outside of the bud as it's forming, and that's what we call guard petals. They're not attractive because they've been protecting the bud all while they're forming. So we do pull the guard petals off, and then you have your pretty rose.
Yes, I never would have known that.
You can use a couple different tools. Lots of times florists, we use our florist knife to give it a nice sharp cut and insert my fuller stems towards the bottom of the vase. It just helps make it more proportionate, that you have the skinnier, taller things at the top and your fuller roses at the base.
That makes sense.
And usually go around in kind of like a circle. 3s are easier to arrange. And if you insert one and it's not quite the right height, you can pull it back out and cut it again.
Okay.
So don't be afraid to pull it out and rearrange it as you feel you need to. Now, this is where I usually go and do a tall rose at the top.
Okay.
Rule of thumb is you want to kind of double your vase
Oh, wow. See,
for
I
your
didn't know
proportionate.
that.
And that'd be nice. It gives it a nice show, nice and tall. And then next is the filler.
Okay, perfect. Well, stay tuned. We will be back and we'll be putting some filler in. She'll show us how to do that too. We'll be back. What's your preparation like for Valentine's? I mean, that's a lot of floral arrangements that go out.
Yeah,
So
we start back in December figuring out what products we're going to order, what flowers we're going to order. We've already started taping our vases, getting the vases, the containers that we need for certain website items, make sure we have the quantity we need and all of that. As far as prepping for the flowers, then they come in the week of Valentine's Day. We have extra staff that comes in and helps us process those flowers because every single one of them gets processed.
Okay, and now what's your biggest seller on Valentine's Day? I have a guess, but
Well, you would think roses, and they do very well, but we sell a lot of mixed vases. A lot of people want other flowers with roses incorporated, and we do that. But you know, roses are always the Valentine flower, so we sell a lot of those as well.
Right. So how many roses have you had to order in preparation?
So
for
the
this
pre-order
Valentine's
was we've ordered about 1,500 red, and then in colors an additional I believe it's 900. So it's quite a bit of flowers.
That's a lot of flowers.
Yeah, and not including other like daisies and carnations and hydrangeas and everything
for
else.
those mixed faces that people like.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We call in all the family.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So now, what do you do if somebody calls you Valentine's Day morning and they say, "Help me"? What can you do?
We try to accommodate them. It may not be that they get a morning delivery as long as they're willing to accept an afternoon delivery, because most of the time the morning is the first to go in our queue for the delivery time. So we do try to accommodate them. We welcome them to come in. We have things they can pick out if they want it delivered. Usually it's an afternoon delivery. Well, we love flowers, and we think that, having fresh flowers in your home is an amazing thing, and we love to spread our message that way and our joy. So just come by and see us and pick out something for your special person.
I love that. I love that. All right, everyone. It's been great talking with Jennifer, and thank you so much for being here with us.
It was great. Thank you.
All right.
Phase 3 of the project includes replacing the remaining manual water meters with automated water meters. This phase is expected to cost $1.6 million to replace more than 7,100 manual meters with automated versions, or AMRs. In all, replacing all of Onwassa's meters will cost more than $3.1 million. The transition will allow a worker to drive through an area picking up readings from meters all at the same time. That will make technicians more available for customer service calls.
We'll be able to go out more than we have been and make sure that the meters are operating correctly. If meter boxes are not set appropriately in the ground, we can fix that, change batteries and transmitters.
Onwassa CEO Jeffrey Hudson says on one route it took a technician 6 days to read all the manual water meters. Since the switch to automatic meters, a technician's route now takes 5 hours. The switchover is expected to be done by May. Hudson said customers should see no changes to their water bill during the replacement process, and if they have questions, to call. For more, visit WNCT's online originals. In Jacksonville, I'm Kayla Schmidt, 9 on your side.
So we're back here on the East Daily Download. We've got our greenery put in. We've got these beautiful roses placed. And so next is the filler, right?
Next is the filler
Okay.
flower. It's got a nice sweet smell to it too,
Ooh, that does smell good.
especially if I strip the stem, you can smell the stem.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it has like a little lemony scent
It's kind
to
of,
it.
I was going to say, it's a little citrusy too. That's a wonderful smell. I love that.
It's very pretty.
I'd stick this in, but I'm worried I won't do it right. I like that.
And then the finishing touch is a bow.
Stay tuned. We'll be back. Hi, I'm Lauren Pate, and I'm here today with the Rusty Bucket Boys. Hey guys, how's it going?
How you doing?
So can you introduce yourselves out there to everybody?
I'm Tim Meineke. I live in Winterville and retired from nursing at the hospital.
Nice.
And I'm John Benson. They kind of call me John Singer Benson around here. I've been doing that for a while. And retired from Greenview Utilities at the water treatment plant. I've been playing music probably most of my life. So
Oh, yeah, that's
There
what I
we
was
go.
going to ask.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing together?
what, 2 years?
2 years now.
About 2 years.
Nice.
We played before that in open mics and different places, solo and stuff like that. But we've been together for about 2 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
So can you tell me where the name of your band comes from? The Rusty Bucket Boys. I like that.
We talked about that a while, and I say Tim talked to me about getting together. I've played professionally around here for many, many years, and we decided that we'd get together, and we figured out that was kind of like our bucket list, like a TV show. And we're obviously rusty,
I don't know that I got that far.
so that's where we got the Rusty Bucket Boys at. So kind
that's
of liked
great.
it, so it's kind of stuck. So.
I kind of did a little bit of a search to find out because we wanted something original. And the Bucket Boys are these inner city guys from Chicago that have all these things they bang on and everything. And they're really, really good.
So can you tell me a little bit about your style of music and what kind of music you play?
Wow. I guess you could call it Americana music. I guess that's a term nowadays. It's, but we probably at least half our show is original music when we play.
All right. So can you tell me about your writing process when it comes to writing a song? How does that work?
I think it works both ways. I mean, sometimes I'll come up with a really cool melody or guitar lick or something that's really cool, and then I find a way to, put music or words to it. And then sometimes you just get this idea for a, sort of a lyrical thing that you have to find a way to. So it works both ways, really.
It's funny. It's really different for each of us because I can sit down to consciously write a song and I will fail miserably.
Right.
And I'm trying, I give up, I go sit in the living room and I'm plunking and a song will just come out. Most of the songs that I've written, I probably wrote in 45 minutes or an hour. Of course, it's a little longer to polish it up, but the song
Right.
itself comes really fast, but I can't sit down and just write. It just doesn't work for me that way. Now, Tim's just the opposite, I think.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here with us today. And everybody stay tuned. We've got some original music by the Rusty Bucket Boys coming up.
So somebody went to the FBI and said, guess what's happening?
The McDonald's Monopoly game was fixed. The Bureau thought it was just some BS story.
Fast food fraud was not making any list of priorities.
Are you kidding me? This is what makes my fun meter go.
McDonald's Monopoly game gave millions of people a chance to win.
But from 1989 to 2001, there were almost no legitimate $1 million winners.
The FBI told us the game pieces are being stolen.
McDonald's was shocked.
Conversations on the wiretap were coming in.
I'm hearing the name Uncle Jerry thrown around on the phone.
We started focusing more on trying to figure out who he was.
He's a freaking gangster.
Uncle Jerry was getting the tickets and selling them to other people.
This is $1 million winning ticket, and he's got it in a Ziploc sandwich bag that's not even zipped.
Somebody offers you $1 million, you're gonna take it. Unless you gotta kill somebody, then you might not, be interested. But
we had 8 original individuals, which turned into 53.
The vast majority of these winners, they're good people.
One of my biggest regrets has been involved in this McDonald's thing. Yeah.
I just wanted a better life, and I feel like this couldn't come to me if it wasn't meant for me.
I've lost everything.
This thing wrecked so many people's lives.
How much bigger can this get? And it would get bigger. How much further back could it go? And it would go back further. But things go wrong. They always do.
You can get away with something over and over and over. You only got to be caught once.
WNCT.com, your one stop for local news and weather from across the East. Visit WNCT.com for details not in the newscast. Now downloading Week in Review.
Is anyone hungry?
Yes, starving.
I'm on it.
I'm just going to wait until we get home where the food isn't decomposing.
I love it. This is my favorite thing I've ever seen. I have to tell my husband about this guy.
Blake Lively is out for revenge after her family is killed in a suspicious plane crash in the new thriller, Rhythm Section.
This is Pitt County's newest craft brewery, Local Oak Brewing Company.
A new nonprofit here in Beaufort County is working to break down barriers for people living with mental and physical disabilities.
Take a look at the story. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Gosh, we're really good cookies.
I'm sure you have.
Picture this: boutique hotels, restaurants, apartments, and shops. Although the land behind me might not be what that looks like right now, that's exactly what's coming to Uptown Greenville.
So we're back here. The last touch is a bow. So I'm horrible at tying bows. So I'm really interested to see how this process takes place.
So I start with making my center loop, and then I pinch and I twist. And that's the key to a good bow, is the pinching and the twisting. And what you're holding here, it allows you to form the right shape of the bow. And then you put your wire in, and this is also key. You've got to get this nice and tight.
Look at that.
Insert that, arrange. The loops are nice and tight in there, so you can play with them and move them around how you wish.
And that wiring in the ribbon helps.
It
with
really
that
helps
a whole lot.
keep the puff. Yeah. And then we just trim the ends to make a nice clean cut.
Beautiful.
And just
look at
play the ribbon around, and there we go.
Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, so if you're looking for something for your Valentine, Cox Floral Expressions is really the place to be. Hopefully you've taken care of your Valentine by now, but if not, stop in and see them. They can hook you up. Thank you so much for talking with us today and showing us how to make this beautiful arrangement.
Well, good. Glad we could do it.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
tide. Dolphins jumping alongside you. Seagulls are laughing in the wind. Maybe sad or maybe broke in the land of Oklahoma. Well, now my heart is on the mend. I could say she don't mean that much to me. Being cool, yeah, that's okay. But this wonderland sets me free. Oh, I need her today. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Skipping down a path of old and stop on by the smuggler's cove and talk about changing tide. Used to surf the beach all day, party the night away, but those days are long gone by. I could say she don't mean that much to me. Being cool, yeah, that's okay. But this wonderland sets me free. Oh, I need